It is time for the messiest part of turtle tank maintenance, cleaning the filter. What is up, guys? It is the Turtle Girl. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. That's right, as always, it is overdue for another canister filter cleaning. So today I'm gonna take you step by step through how to clean your turtle tank or even fish tank filter. We have some necessary tools, which includes my trusty 5-gallon bucket and a water siphon. Let's get to cleaning. First, we're gonna unplug anything that could be affected by the tank water level being lowered. So at least the heater and the filter. Second, we're gonna fill up this bucket with a good amount of tank water. The reason for this is because we don't want to rinse the filter media in anything that could kill the beneficial bacteria. For example, tap water. That's why we want to have some tank water to use to actually clean the media out. Now I'm going to take this bucket of tank water and bring it to the bathroom. Now if I move this plant, you'll see back here is my canister filter. On this tank, I'm using the Cascade 1000 canister filter. It's got multiple stages of filtration. I have to actually shut these valves. You can see these are very handily marked in and out. Blue is in, out is black. So close these valves. That way water cannot come in and out of the intake tubes, and then these actually unscrew. It's also good to always have a towel on hand because when you're working with fish tanks, there's always going to be some kind of water spill. I can basically guarantee it. Just to be safe, I also have this bucket to catch water. The absolute biggest thing to make sure of is that these pipes are closed, these ones back here, or else you could end up with your entire tank draining onto the floor because that's how gravity works. It'll pull the water out of the tank and just dump it on the floor. So make sure that these valves are closed. Now, because there is still a little bit of water in here, you can kind of see that there is a little bit of water dripping out of this outtake pipe. I'm actually gonna pour some of it into here. Now with the top drained a little bit, I can easily move this filter over to the bathroom where the real cleaning is going to take place. It's about to get messy. Thankfully this has a handle, which makes it easy to move. So I've got my bucket of water here, along with my filter here. And all I'm gonna do is basically just rinse everything inside of the tank water. But first, I've gotta open this up. Now, when I take this lid off, it might make kind of a mess, so let me grab a towel. There we go, got a towel. It's got a turtle on it, kinda cute, very on brand. Here goes nothing, I guess. So clearly there was a fair amount of liquid inside of the actual motor of the filter. So that's why you do it next to a place where you can drain it. Also, I clean my toilet regularly, so please don't be grossed out by the fact that there's a toilet. I just disinfected it, okay? Now with that off, it's just a matter of rinsing everything. I've got a good idea. Give me just a second. In order to catch all of the drippage, I just have a plastic lid here. You could use another bucket, which would probably be easier, but I don't have another bucket right now. Anything that's just gonna make sure the water isn't gonna drip all over your floor and is easy to clean up. Set that down someplace so that you can put down the media that has been kind of rinsed out. This first level is, as you can see, ceramic rings. As you can see, this is pretty messy business, but you gotta do what you gotta do. As you can see, I'm kind of washing it first in this filter media before going to a second level of rinsing inside of the tank water. This is because water is already gonna get super dirty. So as much of it as I can get through in kind of like the first pass, the easier it's gonna be. I might have to do this process a couple of times. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that cloud of gunk just come out of there? Look at this. You see how much cleaner this is? That is why it is so important to clean your filter media. Now, if possible, you want to keep these damp so that the beneficial bacteria in them still lives. But if I do this quickly, and it's not going to take longer than, 10-15 minutes, it shouldn't dry out in that period. Now, this is one of my layers of filter media. This is literally just like filter floss, and you can see it looks a lot cleaner than it was. Also rinse out the filter basket, might as well. These are coarse filter sponges. As their name insinuates, they are a lot coarser. So you can see this is what they started like. And I'm gonna rinse them out in here first. And then move them over here. So here's a pad before rinsing. Rinse out the basket. Make sure we do a thorough job. You also might notice that I'm doing this with my bare hands. As long as you don't have any open wounds and you wash your hands very well afterwards, it is not a problem. So I'll just reload this back in here. And then now the rest of this should just be able to be poured down the toilet because it is disgusting. All right, so you can watch the nasty water go down the drain. And that is all literally what we call detritus. It's a bunch of basically broken down waste particles. Kind of looks a little muddy. Completely fine for your sewer system. Not any different than any of the normal stuff that you would flush down your toilet. Now, just for the sake of being thorough, you can see that the bottom of this is still just a tiny bit dirty down there. So I am going to be thorough, pour a little bit of this water into here, swish it around so it can get as clean as possible. And now we are good to load back the media into this canister filter. So the first level is coarse filter media. And drop it in. Next is the fine filter media. And then finally the biomedia, which are these ceramic rings. And then you just want to make sure that that little tube is lined up. And then this lid just gets put back on like so. And now this is ready to go back to the tank, but not before flushing all of the dirty water. Now to reattach all the things and get the filter back up and running. All right, so now to prime the filter. This is a super important step that you cannot skip. Whether you're using a power filter or a canister filter, you need to fill the filter with water before you actually plug it in and start it. Otherwise, the motor is not going to be able to actually suck the water in. So in order to do that, I am going to open the in tube and the out tube. So now if I hit this button to prime, that means water is going to enter the filter and it's letting the air out. So that's why you hear bubbles. You hear the bubbling? And now finally, before actually starting the filter, I just want to replace the water that was lost inside. So I'm going to get another 5 gallons of tap water now, since the filter is now filled. Top this off, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, now for the moment of truth, time to plug the filter back in, along with everything else that we unplugged, including the heater. So now that the filter is going again, I'm going to let it run for a couple hours. It is totally normal after cleaning your filter for the tank water to actually get cloudy when you start it up again. But after a little bit, you should notice a definite improvement. So there you go, the tank is now clean. People also always ask me, Why is the water yellow looking? Isn't that dirty? It's actually because of the driftwood in the tank. It's natural driftwood and it's still leaching tannins. Also, people always ask, I do have a basking area in the tank. You can see the lights right there, and the basking area kind of just floats around. The suction cups don't really stick, but the turtles do still go up there. I'll catch them on occasion, even though they're musk turtles and don't really bask all that often. But yeah, that is cleaning out the filter. Hopefully this encourages you guys to stop putting it off, just get it done. It doesn't have to take that long. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a totally awesome day. Bye.